Where does one even begin? All the bullshit going on. So, I don't even know where to begin. I figure it's time to speak up or say something about all the bullshit that's been going on and revolving around vaping. And, a lot of what's being said on the news, what's going on in a bunch of different states, why it's important that we educate people to the best of our abilities. Now, I am a firm believer. Oh, can you not hear me? Sorry, I'm in my apartment right now, and it's maybe, I don't know. Ooh. I have an idea. Maybe. Never mind, I guess you don't have an idea. I was going to use headphones with a mic, but I don't currently have any ready or avail. So I will try to be as loud as I possibly can. I don't know if anyone out there can hear me. Yeah, there's just so much bullshit going on, so much people not understanding what's really happening. People really not understanding the whole aspect of who it is we need to be mad at, of who it is we should be upset at. Who the real enemy is. And you can sit there and be pissed off all you want at teenagers. Teenagers are always going to do what teenagers want, which is stupid shit. I was a teenager once. I did a bunch of stupid shit. A lot of teenagers I knew did a bunch of stupid shit because teenagers are fucking idiots, and it's just the way it is. And surely the best thing we can do is educate them on why it is that all the dumb shit that teenagers do really shouldn't be done. You can sit there until you're blue in the face getting mad at every politician, but it's not going to change a fucking thing. Unless you're actually actively doing anything about it, which currently right now in the state of which I live in Minnesota, currently there's no there's no flavor ban talk as of right now, or that we know of. If there is, we're not being told about it, which, the day that it happens, you'll have to forgive me for trying to do two things at once. I'm fucking terrible at this shit. God damn it. And I think that thing's fucked. And so I guess, what are the steps of action that need to be done? What is it that we need to be doing as a community? And we see it all the time, which I think it has been, what it is that we have been seeing is, an outstanding reaction from a community, in a sense of, reaching out to your senators, reaching out to public figures and posting it on social media and letting people know that, hey, one, we're not going to tolerate all the bullshit that's been going on, and two, that the government is straight up lying to you about what this epidemic is. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to explain a couple different things to hopefully help clear the air, no pun intended, of what's really going on. So in front of me you'll see two different devices. Well, technically I have 4, but we're really only going to talk about 2. Okay? We have a sub-ohm tank that takes Freebase e-liquid, Freebase nicotine e-liquid, and then we have a salt nic device that takes salt nicotine, which really the only two differences between these two is the actual form of nicotine that is within them. Let's just start off with a salt nic device. Basically, a salt nic is the actual crystalline forms of nicotine that is found within not only the tobacco leaf, but plenty of other food sources that we eat, and it's actually naturally produced within our bodies. Whereas Freebase nicotine is, honestly, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a scientist, but it's liquid nicotine, which, not a huge difference, but it ain't going to kill you. Let's put it that way. You have to basically sit there and drink a whole bottle in order for that to kill you. Which, if you do that, you're a dumbass. I'm just going to be straight up and honest with everyone right there. There's no need for anyone to be doing anything stupid around here. And the ways in which a nicotine device, a smoking sensation basically, to get someone off combustible tobacco through e-cigarettes is by simply a different way of getting the nicotine. I can sit here and I can tell you every ingredient that is within this bottle. It's printed right on here. Ingredients. Okay. USP vegetable glycerin, USP propylene glycol, natural and artificial flavorings, and USP nicotine made in the USA with domestic and foreign ingredients. More than likely, the flavors and/or the nicotine are the actual foreign ingredients, but everything is approved and controlled by the FDA. It has to be, otherwise you can't really purchase it unless it's the THC dank carts, which has vitamin E acetate in there, which is what's causing all these sicknesses to happen, all these respiratory illnesses, and all that other fun, terrible, horrible shit that's causing people to end up in the hospital. You know, it's causing them to pretty much have their lungs collapse. You're going to hear on the news all the time, oh, your vape can explode and you're going to be inhaling all these toxic chemicals, all this shit. It's just so horrible. It's so bad for you. And that's all bullshit. Because people think, oh, you're inhaling all the chemicals that comes off of here. Well, one, there's really no chemicals that are coming off of here. I mean, they're clean coils. It's literally just heat. Any like micromolecules that might be on there, it's just evaporating. It's no different than the air that I breathe. So I don't see how that's too toxic. Unless my apartment is a toxic place to live. Hell, the shit I breathe in at work is more toxic than this stuff is. I'm trying to re-wake an RTA at the same time while I talk, which is probably a really bad idea. Because I'm not very good at multitasking. And, vape pens are exploding and you can get hurt because people that use mechanical mods have no fucking clue what the fuck it is they're doing, which is a huge aspect of it that I think people don't talk about. That's just be quite honest and quite fair. 9 times out of 10, if, let's say, this were to explode, it would be my own damn fault. For either A, pushing my battery above and beyond its limits to the point where there would be thermal runaway, or B, because I didn't check my battery to make sure that it has proper wraps, that it is within good conditions, good running conditions, or that it's simply, could be a bad battery. It could be that there's water in there and affected the battery to fucking blow up. This shit is done not because the vape in itself is dangerous, but because in itself of what is called user error. There's a certain reason why whenever you go to buy a mechanical vape, a mechanical tube or anything else of the sort, online, it always says the same thing. For advanced users only. And there's a certain reason for that. Because with using a mechanical mod, there is certain dangers if you don't know what you're doing. But I understand my Ohm's law. I understand what it is I'm doing. No, there's no oil involved in any of this. These are all water-based solubles. There's no oil involved in it. Oil should never be vaporized and inhaled. That's what's causing it. Like all these lung outbreaks and the lung diseases and lung illnesses. It's oil-based vitamin E acetate. Not yes, these do all have nicotine in them. Which is added. It's not just like, oh, you mix them together, then poof, nicotine just shows up uninvited to the party. The nicotine is added to these. They vape at a 3 milligram level, which is more than enough. Don't need to have a 6. I think 6 is just way too fucking much if you ask me. People are like, oh, I like to vape at like a fucking 12. I'm like, you're an idiot. Back in the chat here a little bit. In terms of comparison of actual cigarettes, like a pack of cigarettes is like, I don't know, like 200 odd milligrams of nicotine. which, you know, if you're a pack-a-day smoker, then that's, if it's, so 3 milligrams, it's basically like a 3, right? So it's, technically it's 0.3 milligrams of nicotine per milliliter, which I would have to probably vape through 3 of these in order to get the same amount of nicotine. Which is a lot. I mean, it will probably take me a month to get through this via dripping, which is what it is I'm using it as right now. And yes, you can get e-liquid without nicotine. A lot of people don't seem to understand. A lot of people just like to vape because of the flavors. Granted, you really should only be vaping if you're trying to quit, but there are people that like to vape because they like the flavors. If you like desserty flavors, but let's say you can't, say like you're diabetic, I won't really say I have any like mad cravings or like I have like withdrawals. It's more just like after a while I'm just like, I just kind of want to pick up my vape and vape. It's like a cigarette, but the withdrawals are way less intense. Like, you don't have like almost like the shaky, oh my god, I gotta have this. If I don't have this, I'm gonna go fucking crazy. You don't feel that shakiness, that insane intense desire compared to with like, you know, e-liquid. You know, for me it's like, oh, you know, when I haven't been really doing much, you might get a little bit. Yeah, I've been through cigarette withdrawals. Trust me, I know what it's like to go without having a cigarette long enough. It fucking sucks. Some people get the shakes, some people don't. It's just how nicotine interacts with people differently. That's how it interacted with me. Yeah, like craving wise, it's, you know, I can go a whole day and just barely take a couple hits. I mean, I've done it more than once. Oh my god, Justin, you're like my biggest fan. We should date sometime. I mean, accept what you're doing there. I don't understand. Fuck. Oh, well, thank you. You know, I was really lucky the other day. I got to witness someone. You know, I have a local shop that I like here in Hutchinson. Dude, it's been so fucking long, and I still remember that show so fucking perfectly. It's ridiculous. God, I hate this fucking RDA so much. I love it and I hate it. Explain what? What is it that you want me to explain? Oh, yeah, I'm currently re-wicking this. Oh, fuck, I remember that. I thought I was gonna die in that very moment. I'm like, yep, this is it. I'm dead. I'm done for. There's no going back after this. Currently focusing on trying to wick a RDA. Trying to, anyways, and failing at, because this RDA fucking hates me so fucking much. Yeah, when the live show is over, it'll play again on Facebook. Oh, the show story, yeah. So many moons ago, a buddy of mine and I, his at the time girlfriend, and his younger brother were like, let's go to Chicago to go see some bands. And we're all like, that's such a good idea. We left at 10 o'clock at night from Granite Falls, which is, I don't know, it was like a 6-hour drive, which is a fucking terrible idea if you've ever left that late at night. And I was chosen to be the nighttime driver, and so I drove us from Granite Falls to Chicago through the night to go see Fortune Days, Stick to Your Guns, Make Me Famous, My Children, My Bride. There's a bunch of bands. You know, well, it was fun. I would definitely never fucking do it again. And then, so we got to the show. You know, we were just like complete fucking outcasts due to the fact that, you know, here's like 4 kids from Minnesota not belonging there at all, feeling out of place. And we were really tired. Or I should say, I was really fucking tired. And I was like being a complete fucking dick for like 20, like I don't know what the first couple bands. Ended up kicking like a guy in the face and like busted his fucking nose, and it was pretty wild to say the least, like all things considered, you know. And then ended up becoming really good friends with a lot of the people over the fact that some asshole fucking ripped my Lionheart hoodie, or no, my Lionheart long sleeve. And so then I went and I attacked him. Well, I didn't really like attack him, but I hit him in the face, and then he fell down, and then we cheered, and it was just a fucking nut show. Like, if you were to go to like a mental ward and see people like having an orgy, that's kind of what it was like. And then O-ring is fucked, like pissing me off. No, I didn't have. Well, my girlfriend didn't really go with. She was at home at the time, which, whatevers. I guess I'm not too concerned about that. And then, I mean, it was just one fucking wild ride, all the way there and all the way back. Everything about it, it just never should have fucking happened. It was still fun. I remember it fondly. Experience of ours. I'm trying to think. Did someone ever like spit on you at a show or something? Is that? I'm trying to think of when that might have been. Oh, that was at Maylene and the Sons of Disaster. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he's like Sunshine. Yeah. Yeah, he's like dying right now. Have a good night, man. Yeah, I remember that. This little shithead won't go on. I'm gonna take the volume off. It's fucked. This thing has not worked for me since I bought it, and it just is what it fucking is. No, it's not bad for my coils. I'll explain kind of what's going on here in this second once I get this fucking O-ring off. Fucking this O-ring is the bane of my existence right now. There, fuck. Okay. AFC. Put it on the right side up. And then tighten this bitch down. Oh yeah. I lost you there. It almost has like a mentholy feel to it, which is really weird. Man, it's different. What's the flavor? It's lava luau. I don't know. It's some kind of Hawaiian punch thing, but it tastes really fucking weird. It tastes almost mentholy, which it shouldn't. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll. That's right, because I have it set up for this thing. Set up for here. What are my favorite types of flavors? Depends on the device, depends on the mood. Like blackberry custard, pink lemonade in a device somewhere. Oh my god, it's Laura. Hi, sweetie. Got green apple in this one. Some dessert flavors are really good, some can be really shitty. Like, I had an apple pie one, I was like, oh, this is gonna be really good. Turns out it was shitty and gross, and it made me fucking very upset. That was loud. Pentometers. That's not roof looks like it's flooded. Which, I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'm just losing my fucking mind. It's a Hexohm, unregulated variable voltage. Basically, your batteries, there's a little MOSFET up there, and then there's the chip that's on this side. You can't really see it. And then you hit the button, and it tells you what your voltage is. You can turn it like way the fuck up, which would be what this is like made for. Yeah, that deck is flooded as fuck. That's why I know better than to use this. But yeah, I still try. But yeah, that was a good waste of 10 hours. So back to the whole reason of what it is that I'm kind of here to talk about. So we keep hearing, oh, this vaping epidemic, it's a vaping epidemic. It's not an epidemic. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab my other tank. And they keep saying that it's all about the kids, but we all know that that's a bunch of fucking bullshit. And anybody that says otherwise is a fucking idiot. Because I'd like to see, these politicians, their voting records. What do they vote for? Do they vote for, public education for all these, excuse me, since they're so pro-children, when these kids go to school, are they provided with free fucking meals? I want to know that information. So much better. This is the pink lemonade one. Well, have a good night. I was there last week. It was fun. I'm gonna save the drip tip, but I'm just gonna fucking throw this thing. I'm so sick of it. Not the mod, I'm gonna throw the RDA. This thing's been nothing but a fucking nightmare. Holy shit, I have 4 viewers. Holy shit, Scott, like the Scott Lee? Oh my gosh, I'm kind of amazed right now if that really was the Scott Lee. Like the one and only, like my fucking hero. Oh my god, this thing is so beautiful. What does that look like? Ooh, that's kind of cool. And, you know, I just, you know, I want to know how much these people truly fucking care about, you know, these kids that they're so. He's a band manager. He used to like manage bands like the Acacia Strain and stuff like that. Fucking, he's a really cool dude. Never met him in life, but I really wish I had. And sticky fingers. And I don't know. It gets frustrating because all we keep hearing about is how much they give a shit about youth, but yet what are they doing to stop, you know, the inflow of drugs into the streets that kids get fucked and hooked on? You know, or what about their parents? You know, oh, we don't want kids to experiment with a vapor product, but yet, you know, their kids can, you know, fucking shoot up heroin any fucking day they want, and it's not that big of a deal. You know, it's just like, oh, we have to care about the kids, but you can also have an abortion. That doesn't make any sense. You care about kids, but you don't want people to have them. I don't understand that shit. It's lemon pound cake. It's really good. And so, I don't know, I'm getting way the fuck off track right now. So they don't want you to have a kid regardless of circumstances. They don't want their taxes to go to welfare or support them if they're born into a poor family. That's true. I don't like my taxes going to welfare, but I don't have a choice in that. That's something that I am 100% for. I should get to elect where my taxes go. I think that's incredibly important. You know, if I'm going to pay taxes, I should decide where it is they go. Fuck, not this person. And no, I can't do any tricks, so don't ask. No, they keep saying all these flavors are going to get kids addicted. Adults like flavors too. And if you were disabled and you and Laura had a kid but didn't have enough resources to support that kid, I'd fucking push that kid down the stairs. Just kidding. I'd probably put him up for adoption. I don't know. There are people that do it. I don't know how people do that shit. I can barely support myself considering the fact that I work 2 jobs. But then again, I also have horrible money spending habits, so that's probably not helping. My kid can go to a better family than I can provide him. Why the fuck not? I know people that do that. If by giving up my kid so he can live a better life than I can give him, that is what being a parent is. It's giving your child a better life than they could ever imagine. In my opinion. Plus, even then, I won't be able to go on welfare. I make too much money working. Which it should be, but people abuse that system, and that's That's not an okay thing. You know, I work at a convenience store, and see people coming in all the time that live on fucking welfare. You know they don't have any fucking money. But yet, what do? They buy fucking scratch offs. They're using their food stamps to buy, fucking pop and all kinds of other shit. If you want to be on welfare, but only to abuse it, you should get the fuck off of welfare. It's true. People are stupid. Look at me. Irony. No, I'm just kidding. But as a kid, you know what type of flavors I liked? Vinegar. Vinegar was a good flavor as a kid, because kids fucking love ketchup. And guess what? There's no vinegar flavored fucking vape juice. There's no... as a kid I liked eating like fucking McDonald's. There's no fucking McDonald's flavored e-liquid. It's fucking bullshit. Granted, they make like really fucked up flavors. Like you can like get onion, and I think nacho cheese was a flavor. It's like that shit tastes disgusting. If you want to die, probably, like, there's no fucking way that's good for you. Unless, of course, you have arthritis, then you can drink, it's actually pickle juice, which is mostly vinegar. It's actually really good for arthritis, in case you didn't know that. But I can guarantee anybody that ever pays attention, if adults only like tobacco flavors, then we would just stick to cigarettes. He's old, but he's doing good. He still works a bunch, which is not good for someone his age, but that's just the way. It's just the way he is. Just like me, he doesn't give up. He is cool. No. Where him and I were at when we knew each other compared to where him and I are at now is completely different. He's practically, someone who I consider to be one of my best friends, in the sense of, I can talk to him about anything. He's always straight up honest with me, which there's no way around. Like, he can't help but just be completely honest with you. Kaylee got married. She got married like 2 months ago, something like that. So that's the most that I know. Trying to do some of her weird fucking business shit that she always does. She tries to sell like essential oils, which is a joke. Common thievery. But, as long as she's happy, that's all I care about. She lives in Alexandria now. They must. Do they have her as a teacher, or? Oh no. No, they would be way too old for that. Yeah, she only teaches like fucking like elementary school. What am I thinking? I was gonna say, like, fuck, that was 11 years ago. Holy shit. And all that's happened to me is I've gotten fatter. Oh. I made her know I'm special. Fucking end of stream. But no, adults like flavors too. That's all there is to it. You know, I fucking love pink lemonade. I loved it as an adult. Didn't really care for it as a kid. But now as an adult, it's fucking delicious. Iced pink lemonade on a hot summer day. Best fucking drink in the world. You know, like green apple. If you really like something like green apple as a kid, get a fucking Jolly Rancher. You know, kids like flavors. I can guarantee you there's no fucking kid that's going to walk around school with something like this. I will. I'll say hi to him. You know, kids don't walk around school with fucking big ass mods and RDAs and drippers. They don't fucking know what the fuck it is they're doing. You know. That's why Juul is dangerous. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, I've had a Juul before, and it was fucking horrible. Like, because so here's how Juul works. Okay, Juul it's a salt nick within a tiny little pod. It's supposed to be the equivalent of a pack of cigarettes. Of nicotine-wise, and or the equivalent of the amount of puffs that a pack of cigarettes would be. And and how it works, how salt nick works, such high doses is basically. So I have salt nick in both of these devices, and they're both, I think, 24 milligram, 24 or 35, something like that. You know, and even with as low of dosage that it is, it's not like oh my god, if I don't fucking have this, I'm gonna go fucking crazy. I'm gonna get irritable. I'm gonna get irritable if something stupid happens and pisses me off, like if I drop a spoon. And because it's such a high dosage and basically such a tiny ass amount, it hits you hard and it's doing exactly what its job is to make you irritable and to have some form of withdrawals because it's such a high fucking amount of nicotine. I'm not going to have a withdrawal from vaping a 3 or a withdrawal from vaping a 24 milligram Nic salt, because it's not enough nicotine to cause any form of withdrawal or nicotine poisoning or anything else of the sort. And you want to compare flavors? Okay, I have lemon pound cake in this. or just like a lemon cake flavor. Never really cared for lemon cake as a kid. As an adult, it tastes really good, but as a kid, I don't know, I prefer chocolate cake, I guess. Fuck, I forgot where I was going with this. Shit. It's been a long day, been busy. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. People don't fucking listen no matter what you tell them. People are always going to think they're right. I'm bad at advocacy. I'll tell you that much. There's Laura again. She's watching. But I can tell you what, though, the amount of smokers that die every fucking day, I think if they had the chance to know that they could either smell like shit, tobacco flavors, or they could smell like a delicious bakery, I think they would all take the bakery. Because I know I like smelling like a bakery. Shit's fucking delicious. Smelling like a bakery, it's way better than smelling like shit. My God, I just did like 70 fucking O's. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking mad scientist now. Anyways, I'm gonna be done with this. I'm gonna go to bed. It's been a long fucking day. And then I'm gonna text my girlfriend because she's watching me. I'm staring into her soul. Till then, peace.